You're listening to a News OK podcast.
Mic check, 1, 2. Does that look cooking?
It does a little bit. Are you doing like old school Batman TV?
Oh,
freak! That didn't look good. Are you okay? That did not look good. Hi everybody, welcome to the News OK Comics podcast, hosted at Planet46.com. I'm Matt Price. This is Kyle Roberts.
That's right. We got some comic movie news for you, and Superman gets arrested. So
what's going on?
all kinds of craziness. But let's start with Ryan Reynolds. They just released his Green Lantern. You know, there's been some fan art and stuff like that. But it's a first official release of his costume. What do you think?
Yeah, Entertainment Weekly. It's going to be on next week's cover. I think it looks good. I think I was hoping for something a little more exactly like the comic. But
yeah.
You know, once we see it in the trailer, maybe we'll know how exactly it'll look. I think it could work.
Yeah, it's got all these, kind of lines, almost webbing-looking stuff all around it. I don't know, to me, it just kind of looks veiny.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
I guess it's all supposed
crazy.
to be energy is my take on it, and maybe that makes
sense.
more sense in the context of the movie, that it's just an entire energy costume.
Cool.
All right, yes.
Superman gets arrested.
That's right. Christopher Dennis, who's been portraying Superman outside of Hollywood's Grauman's Chinese Theater since 1991, was arrested for loitering. The LAPD said that it's going to crack down on people doing that costume character, people coming to take pictures. So AOL News reported that he was arrested on July 8th. He was handing out flyers for a memorabilia shop, so I think he thought he was in the clear from prosecution, but he was arrested, and he has a trial date on July 29th. I don't know. I don't think Superman is the most dangerous criminal the LAPD could be going after.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see how his court case plays out.
Loitering may not be the biggest
the biggest
thing they could worry about right now.
Perhaps not.
Okay, but next in news, Edward Norton will not be the Hulk, playing the Hulk, which is Eric Banner, Bruce Banner.
Yeah, I think Eric Bana
was the original one. So maybe they're going to be taking this kind of a la old school Batman. Every single Hulk movie is going to be a new
one. Yeah,
maybe each one's a whole new relaunch. I don't know.
Well, he'll be in the Avengers, which I think will continue from the Hulk since they had that Avengers scene at the end of the Hulk. But yeah, so it looks like it'll be 3 movies, 3 guys. Norton said he really hoped it could happen, but it just wasn't going to work out.
All right, let's just go into the review file. Batman 701.
Yes, this is R.I.P. The Missing Chapter, Grant Morrison, Tony Daniel. If, like me and the rest of the world, you were confused by parts of Batman R.I.P. or Final Crisis, this is kind of filling in some of the gaps. What happened between the time that boat blew up until Batman faced Darkseid and Final Crisis.
And what's going on with Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, well, again, back in that timeline, it's sort of a little bit of a flashback into that Batman R.I.P. Final Crisis area. But yeah, it's all about Bruce Wayne, who, as we know, is currently also being featured in The Return of Bruce Wayne. So I thought this was very helpful. Yeah, I thought it was great. I wish it would have come out back when these books were coming out originally. I would have understood it a lot better.
Timeline-wise.
Yeah. So yeah, good stuff, and I enjoyed it. And now one of your favorite characters, Wolverine, showing up here with Spider-Man. Astonishing
Got these guys right here.
Wolverine.
Yeah, this is Spider-Man Wolverine number 2, 2 of 6. We talked about this first one, and I loved the first one.
Yeah.
It was great. It set up the story really well, and you really didn't know where it was going to go from there. You had this idea that they're kind of jumping through time, and then it sets this kind of good cop, bad cop. They don't like each other, but they're kind of paired up together, kind of thing. And then weapon. I was really, really pumped for this one. Maybe I was too pumped, because I did like it, but you could tell even this very first page is very wordy. Maybe a little bit too wordy from what I would expect from both the Spider-Man and Wolverine, 2 very action-packed heroes.
Yeah.
And together in a comic.
All right. Speaking of things that are kind of funny, Booster Gold number 34. He's going back in time to the Justice League International era, and this kind of felt like just a lost issue of that, as he and Mr. Miracle, Blue Beetle, are teaming up to face a threat in that era of the Justice League International team.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm not sure exactly what it means for the larger story going on in Generation Lost, or how it ties into the overall Maxwell Lord story, but I really didn't care. If they want to do stories like this, I am more than happy to read them. I thought it was very funny, and yet good characterization, some good action as well. Liked it a lot.
If you want to be like Albert Pujols from the St. Louis Cardinals, drink some milk.
A little PSA in the middle there. Okay, X-Men Second Coming number 2, wrapping up the Second Coming storyline. For me, good and bad. Yes, we wrap up the Second Coming storyline. You have a little bit of scenes where people deal with the reaction to, spoiler warning, what's happened to Cable. But with 4 different writers and 4 different artists, I don't know that it was as clean of a finish as I would have liked to the whole thing. You have this event that's got the death of major characters, Cable and Nightcrawler.
And Hope is kind of the future.
And Hope is kind of the future. I guess I hoped it would have felt like it all meant more. I mean, I know at the end they tried to give that to us with some of the information that happens at the end, not to spoil the whole thing.
To what all of this means.
What all this means. But I maybe reading it all together, I'll feel a little more like it. But it just felt a little bit disjointed for an event that was supposed to be this big. That said, it did bring a lot of excitement to the X-Men franchise, and there were parts of it I liked quite a bit. So I'm going to say mixed review in 1 second coming over to you.
Sweet.
And then this is $2 and this is giant. Okay, so how can you go wrong? This is Darwin Cook, the man with the getaway face, adapting another Richard Stark Parker novel. He did one last year that was the full graphic novel size, and he's going to do another one that's a full graphic novel size later this year. But sort of to hold you over in between is this one-shot comic book about just after Parker gets a new face after the events of the previous book and goes out to do another heist and some of the shenanigans and double crosses that go on over the course of a heist. I love heist books, movies, anything, the Ocean's 11 stuff.
Yeah.
I love a giant comic book for $2. Darwin Cook writing and art is great. This is the best $2 you can spend this week. I'm going to say this is my pick of the week, both for price point, art, size. I love the feel of it, everything.
Kind of has a Ocean's 12, Thomas Crown Affair, kind of coolness factor to it.
Again, that's my pick of the week. I loved it. Did you? What's your
I'm
feeling?
gonna go. And I thought it was a little bit wordy, but I still am digging the Wolverine Spider-Man.
All right, very good. We'll be back next week with more comic book news. I'll be at Comic-Con, so hopefully we can find out all kinds of exciting events from San Diego. For Kyle Roberts, I'm Matt Price. Thanks for watching.